Just had brekkie, and being that I'm switching things up this week, I have just consumed 25 grams of whey protein from My Protein, which gives me around 20 grams of quick digestible protein this morning. And I've also had 50 grams, which is just over one serving of Cheerios. I know what you're thinking. You're probably thinking, they're a child cereal, what are you eating those for? Like, eat porridge or something. Well, thing is, like, Cheerios are not actually that bad. Like, if you compare them to lots of other cereals on the market, like, Cheerios are pretty half decent. And being that I'm just about to jump on the turbo to do a quick morning session before going out onto the road this afternoon, like, it's kind of like what you want. You want like quick fasting, digestible carbohydrate, quick acting protein, get you into a hard session, and you can perform your best for that session.
Okay, so these here are these. Here we go. There's the details. And I've also got a SIS Performance multivitamin, which has pretty much 100% of everything, give or take like 2 things like calcium, magnesium. Okay, let me just say first, I'm not supported by My Protein in any way. I just like to buy my stuff from there. I've been taking like stuff from My Protein for like as long as I can remember. But let me show you what I got for this little delivery, because the other day there was 40% off across all their best sellers, and then there was an extra 35% off if you use like a code from like one of their kind of ambassadors, which I did. So you're pretty much getting these supplements for free, you know, 75% off a lot of the stuff, and that's like pretty decent. Ah, I forgot I ordered this just as well because I've run out. So ironically, a couple of minutes ago when I said, like, you know, you're best looking for a multivitamin that has like 100% of everything. Well, it's funny how My Protein have like maybe 3 different multivitamins for sale, and like this is the only one I found that only has 100% of everything. Like some of them called like alpha vitamins or something, they're like 200, 300% of some of those stuff, and I'm like, aren't people eating normal food as well, or what? Like, do you actually have to have 300% of stuff? So this is what I've gone for. It's got 100% of pretty much everything, bar calcium and magnesium, which is exactly the same as the Science and Sport one, but just a tiny bit cheaper. Not much in it really. It was just cheaper because of that discount. You all know beta-alanine. It is the tingle machine of hill climb season. I like use this in hill climb season primarily, and because I had the discount I thought, yes, I'll get this now. Omega-3s, I am well below average at consuming fish at the minute. I really need to up in my intake of omega-3 fatty acids. Something that helps a lot with inflammation in the muscles when you're training heavy as well, and of course the immune system, it all adds up. So that's what I've got there, and this was cheaper anyway because of the discount, so I got this anyway.
Yeah, I've gone to a different channel and kind of like letting myself focus on that. Yesterday I took an off day.
385 and then 405. So obviously it got progressively harder. This was just a bit of fun at the end really. I just wanted to see if I could ramp it a bit, and then like a ramped cool down with a little bit of a break there, because it was like I was kind of nearly at maximum there, to be honest, and then a slow ramp down. So really good to mix it up as well.
Good morning from beautiful... Wait a minute. That's better. Good morning from beautiful sunny South Wales. It's lashing down again.
But I've had a big breakfast, so that's kind of like the big excuse to not go for a ride. So my excuse for not going for a ride is now gone. I need to go for a ride, otherwise I've had a big breakfast for nothing. And that big breakfast just consisted of a load of yogurt and a load of cereal. I'm not a porridge lover. I never have been. I don't think I ever will be. I like birch muesli. But anyway, we're still gonna get out and get it done today. Had a good evening session last night. Didn't have any carbs when I got home and felt great for it this morning actually. Like, slept really well, got up and stomach nice and flat, not bloated. Good start. I feel good. So we're gonna head out today, we're gonna do some efforts. If I can get my mind right in this rain, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, last night's ride was good.
Yeah, donut. Yeah, well, a donut and coffee. Because, believe it or not, like, you know, I know we don't, like, as cyclists, I don't think cyclists take pre-workout kind of stuff. Although a cyclist pre-workout is usually just a coffee. Because caffeine is just your natural stimulant, but I don't know. I mean, that's the kind of most basic level it can ever get. Like, you have, or it doesn't even have to be a donut, but if you fancy something, like, now's the kind of time to have it, like just before your hard ride or whatever. So like coffee, caffeine, natural stimulant, sugar, another natural stimulant. So they kind of go hand in hand, particularly if you're about to use them, you know, to their full effect, really. Yeah. Particularly as I'm like really responsive to coffee as well. Anyway, gotta go now, big rush, so see you out there.
And here we are on the roadside in the middle of nowhere, half an hour away from home. Give this video a thumbs up for that magical portal transition there. This is usually my nature break before I start. Oh my word, I'm steaming. I'm definitely overdressed for this. This is like my nature break before I jump into the first set of efforts, which is done on the Swansea Wheelers hill climb course. It's a perfect climb actually, and it's in a lane in the middle of nowhere again. So let's get over there and see what the legs can do. Whoa! Wow. Wow. Wow, wow. It's a long time since I've done those efforts. But they are like some of the most excruciating efforts I ever do. Like, there's like no escaping. I'm actually quite surprised I managed to do 4 efforts, because usually I do 5. But I got to the end of the 4th one and my power was starting to drop, so in like the spirit of consistency, I'm gonna call it a day there on those 4 efforts, in terms of like no power drop off apart from the last like minute or 2 minutes of that last one. So at least I know where I stand now with those. My power hasn't like dropped since the last time I did them. Like, I was doing 380 for the 7-minute effort, and yeah, I'm like 377 now, which I don't know if you guys, like, if you've ever used a 4i power meter, but I find it really difficult to pace because it's just left side only. Obviously, if you press a little bit harder with your left leg, the power goes up. So like, psychologically, it's like, it's a bit of a killer, because like, you see like your numbers just coming down a little bit, but it's not because you're fading, it's because you're using your right leg. So it's like, I'm gonna ride over the top now of this like giant moor, do a few more little climbs, like 5-6 minutes long, and then head back home, and that'll be 2.5-3 hours.
So I completely underdressed for tonight, and I was completely overdressed this morning, and it didn't rain, and now it's raining, and I took my mud guards off. What is this? Anyway guys, I've just finished a little group ride with a bunch of lovely cyclists from the area, some of my close friends included. Basically just an hour and a half of open zone riding, just to kind of top off what has been a very good day, like 4.5 hours in total, 230 TSS roughly, with a lot of effort this morning as well. So it's been very productive, been very happy, completely changed my mood. My positivity is through the roof for the minute. Nutrition's on point, like everything, just having a little cool down now, but this rain is playing havoc with the lens, so I'm gonna end it right here, guys. Appreciate you watching. I didn't want to get the camera out in the group tonight with the rain and the, you know what I'm like, dodgy. So don't want to get the camera out and cause a crash. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next one.